Some predictions for a few key fights on Fight Island just before we wrap up. So
Rose Namajunas.
yeah, well that is a crazy fight again.
Yeah, lad, I think the first five-minute round against Andrade was possibly the most dominating female 5 minutes of fighting I've ever
It's
seen.
unbelievable, yeah.
Like, and some people, they forget how good she was in that 5 minutes. And my respect for Rose and her mindset and her thought process and how she is I feel I'm exactly the same. Like, our heart on our sleeves. When we cry, and when we win, we cry. We don't hide who we are. It's very much candid on our emotions, and I just think this girl's just fucking levels. Andrade is just a powerhouse, but I just think you just can't get aggressive on her. You just need to hit move, let her keep coming, bop bop, to just chop the tree down, and then I think Rose gets it, and then it's Rose versus Weili.
Yeah, which would be an incredible fight. That would be unbelievable.
I think Rose beats her, I think Rose beats Weili. I rate Weili very much, but seeing how Jan Jacek handled her, one of the best fights there's ever been in MMA as well. I just think, I don't know, I think Rose is still levels above that.
It would be definitely exciting. If we can get that fight this year, that would be incredible. Piotr Jan versus Aldo, which I think a lot of people are overlooking Aldo in this one unfairly.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Aldo's going to take that one.
Really?
I think a lot of people's, like you say, overlooking him. Although Petrian is tough as nails and he is very good. He's definitely one to watch in that division right now. But don't know, you can't count Aldo out.
I think Jan takes it. I think it's like a young Aldo fighting an old Aldo. I think Aldo, loads of people fell off his bandwagon over the whole Conor thing, but then we just kept banging at the drum and was like, no, I'm not finished. Everyone wants him to win, but I just think it's Jan's time.
Fight that you'll be very concerned about on that card as well is Volkanovski versus Holloway too. How do you see that one going?
I think Volkanovski's going to take it again. I thought he performed really well in his first one against Max. His game plan or whatever he's doing, he was on point that night. And I think, to be honest, he'll take it again this time.
I feel like Holloway has had some wars the last few fights, don't they? Sometimes there's no turning the clock back on that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's heart wants Holloway to win because of what he's done for the sport and how he's he says to his kid, right, I'll do it now, lad, I'll end it now. Do you know what I mean? Or he's such a different breed. But then Volkanovski is like that. He reminds me a bit like a Russian or what's it called? Where's Khabib from? Joe, that just constant pressure. Yeah, that just I'm in your face, I'm going nowhere. Blah, 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 blah. I want Holloway to win, but I think Volkanovski is probably going to nip it again just because he's not had the damage that Max has had.
I don't think either of us would have thought that after Friday's news that Gilbert Burns was pulling out the welterweight fight, that Masvidal would be stepping in on such short notice. What was your reaction to that, and how do you see that one going given the short notice?
I thought they would have scrapped the fight. I mean, obviously it's the belt and that, but they've got a stacked card on that 251. They've got two belts going on, and then they've got a very good undercard as well. So I thought they would have just scrapped it, but for him to put it on, there's no end with how dedicated Dana is, with what he's done, and then to get this fight going as well, to get Masvidal. I think Masvidal, it makes it more interesting. I think it makes the fight even more interesting than Gilbert. But I still think Usman's going to take it due to obviously only taking it on a week's notice. I think his wrestling might shine through on this one.